What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Waiting for Tori to get in here. Let's see. How y'all feeling tonight? Oh, there we go. Hey, I miss you too. I wish I was at karaoke as well.
Hey, cuz.
What's going on? How you doing? What's going on, Chris?
What's up? Do I
Not
look?
too much. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good. Man, happy New Year to you too. I'm doing good.
Happy New
I can't
Year.
complain. I'm just here. JPS. Oh, I appreciate that. I really do. When I come back to LA, I'm gonna definitely let y'all know. All right, cuz. Shoot, we here. We got some people here already.
How was your
My day was
day?
good. I spent most of the day at my parents' house getting some work done, and that was really about it. How
Good.
was yours?
It was good. It was it wasn't too much going on. It was pretty good. Can't
Yeah, I saw you
complain.
put out a new episode
Look, I'm
today.
trying to see what's the best. I
I
did.
did.
Did you get a chance to watch it
I did.
or
I did.
listen
I like
to it?
the subject too.
It was it was more than I really thought it was going to
Why
be.
is that?
I guess I didn't realize. I guess I didn't realize that a man would be so open and vocal about that topic with a
Mm.
woman.
You want to let the people know what the topic is? We got some people in here tonight. Um,
Okay.
if y'all wanna-
I can't see. I can't see because I was squinting my eyes last week trying to read. So this week's topic, it was the evolution of dating. Um, and so we talked about really like he's an older guy. I'm saying older, like older than me. And so he was talking about like how when he first started dating, how it was, like the steps a man took and how things just, went on an easy path. I'm saying easy path, but a step by step path versus now it's like anything and everything goes. Like it's not really dating, it's just hooking up and moving along or whatever. But it was very
do you think
interesting.
that's how it is?
Um, but the So what I said in that podcast was like that's the worldly view of dating, and I think so many people are like they forget about God and their relationship with God, and they're so focused on like the opposite sex or just dating in general that they really forget about the principles of dating is dating/courting into marriage. And so I think that's the whole, I don't know, like difference in dating then versus now.
Love on a check set for the youngsters.
Oh, that's my best one. Hey, best one. And I see eyes. Is that Trey? Hey,
If
Trey.
y'all in the chat, I'd be curious to know what is the dating landscape like for y'all. We probably have a different age span of everybody here, so I'm curious to know what
Yeah.
people are looking like in the dating world. How is the dating world for you, cuz?
I wouldn't say it's non-existent, but it's hard. It's hard, and I think like the older I get, the harder it gets. Because the older I get, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this thing called life, and it's not that I I don't want to say I don't need a man, but everything like financially, I don't need a man, but I want a man. So those are the two things, that's need versus want. And then when I get to my wants, I'm like, okay. Somebody just said wipe my camera. I thought it was blurry. It looks blurry on my
It's
end. Let me
blurry on
see.
mine too. I didn't know if that was a if that was a Wi-Fi or not.
Okay. I was like, it looks blurry. Is that
Yeah,
better?
that is.
Okay. I know it was blurry, but my vision not all that either, so at least not with glasses
Yeah.
on. But yeah, so like dating is hard. It really is. And I don't know if it's because I don't I mean, of course everyone has standards, but I don't think I'm that. Maybe the guys seem to differ, whoever's dated me in the past. But I don't think I'm that hard on guys. I don't think I am. Like I want you to be a man. I want you to date me, to court me. I don't want you to think it's
As
easy.
so I'm curious, as you get older, well, mature, say mature, as you mature, is it getting harder to date? Like, was it easier when you were younger? And what's the difference?
Oh yeah, it was definitely easier when I was younger because I don't think I had like real goals other than, oh, I have a boyfriend. But now I'm looking at marriage, looking at family life. I'm curious to know how you like how your family structure is, whether like parents or if you have children and whatever, whatever like that. Like I'm curious to know if you hang out with your family at all, or you're a lone man. Do you have like how are your friends? When I was younger, I wasn't worrying about that stuff. So I think I have more questions now. Yeah, dating is something else. It
I
is.
was talking to some friends this morning, and somebody mentioned having non-negotiables. So one person mentioned having non-negotiables, and the other said that you shouldn't have them because you block yourself from meeting people by setting the standards too high. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
curious to know how you feel about that.
I think like I might have two non-negotiables. One is if you don't believe in God, like it's just not gonna work. And then two, if you're abusive, whether that's physically or emotionally, like it's just not gonna work. So that would be like non-negotiables. But I think anything else not I can deal with, or we can work on them together. What
Uh,
about you? Do you have any non-negotiables?
mine are similar. Mine are similar. For me, yeah, I can't do emotional abuse, physical abuse either, but emotional for sure. Um, no, people be having all kind of stuff going on, no drugs. Uh, and yeah, I think for me, a spiritual practice is important as well. Because I know everybody has different beliefs, but just believe in something, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I have a friend, and I don't know if they're dating this person or if they're just having conversation with them. I'm not sure. But they told me that the person they're talking to is an atheist. I said, get out, run.
That's funny.
Do not pass go. Do not collect
That,
$200. Run.
that's funny.
Because I mean, and I'm saying that without knowing the person. They have good people anywhere, everywhere. But the person that I know, they grew up in a household where the mother is a minister. So like you can never bring this person around your family. So are you gonna disconnect from your family to be with this person? Like, like you're thinking about the now, but think about if it was to grow into something. Like, are you willing to cut off your family for
Yeah.
this person? So
Do you find it hard to meet people, and not to make this like a Tory
hook up Tori Day.
um is it hard to find people though that like are at your capacity of spiritual practice?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Um, I think what I found is people are hesitant on even talking about that. So if like we'll converse, is that a word, converse? We'll converse for weeks at a time, and like that, the word God never comes up until I might say, "Oh, I read my Bible today, and I read such and such scripture," or "I went to Bible study today, and the preacher said such and such," and then they'll start talking about God. And I'm like, "Well, why you didn't say something 2 weeks ago? We could have been talking about this."
That's funny. That's funny. Uh,
Yeah, I think people are just, and I could I could maybe attribute that to the society we live in. Like you don't want to step on anybody's toes. You don't want to make people upset or kind of shy away if you bring up certain topics. But I think the sooner you bring up certain topics, the sooner you can know whether or not you want to progress or not.
that's real. That's real. I think something that's important to me in relationships, not even just romantic, but even like friendships as well, is just that being poured back into, because I know I pour into people a lot. So
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I have to be poured back into in order for it to work. And communication feels valuable. Like if we got similar principles, that could work as well. But you know,
Mhm.
if a lot of times I've had partners in the past that didn't have goals and stuff, and it was hard for me just because I'm always just focused on what I'm trying to do. So somebody that can't really relate to that doesn't always understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and like you asked me before, then versus now. Back then, I mean, of course I cared if you knew what you wanted to be in life, but I didn't care really if you had any goals in life. I was just worrying about the now. I wasn't worrying about the future. But now it's like, okay, where do you see yourself in the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years? What do you see yourself doing?
That's real. As a
So
woman, do you worry about like your biological clock?
I do. And I've been praying for God, like, Lord, whenever you bless me, just bless me with twins, so it can be one and done. You you know, because I don't want one child, I want more
Yeah,
than one. So so just bless me with twins, and we'll be good, Lord.
that's real. That's real. Let's see. We got some
'Cause
people
look,
in.
I'm getting too old to be trying two different times.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, you're
We
right.
we got some
But
people in here. If y'all got some questions, y'all could definitely
yeah,
pop them
talk
in the
to
chat.
us, because I took years off dating, and now I'm slightly being outside of it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
How do you? I'm curious to know, how do you meet people? Because I know for me, most of my journey was just meeting people on dating apps, and I would say probably when I turned 35, I told myself that I was gonna stop meeting people on dating apps and start meeting people in person, and I actually liked it more that way. It felt a little more it was I felt a little more confident in doing it that way.
Okay. Um, I'm, I'm trying to think. So I've used dating apps, but I don't think I've ever used them for true dating. I use them to meet people, but of course, when you meet someone and you talk to them on a regular, then friendship might form, or more than friendship may form. And if that came about from it, I wasn't shying away from it. Does that make any kind of sense? Like, I wasn't using the dating platform for
Yeah,
dating.
that makes sense. I would say in like the queer gay world, the dating apps are mainly used for just hooking up. So I feel like I've gone through different phases with
Well,
them.
I think that's what they're
Yeah,
used for. I think that's what, yeah, I think
that's
that's what
real.
they're all used for.
That's real.
Yeah. But I haven't been on one in a long time. I'm How old am I? 37. Maybe a little over a year.
Do
Yeah.
you feel do you feel the need to like sell yourself when you're on them? Like, do you try to like sell yourself on people, or you just put like I
Wait, say
said,
it
do you
again.
feel the need to like sell yourself on people, or are you just telling people about who you are?
I don't even, so when I meet a guy, um, I don't even tell them all about
What you
me.
be telling them?
I I just tell them I'm a Christian, my age, a few things that I like to do. And then if we continue to talk, then I'll might divulge into some other conversations about who I am and what I do and things like that. But like when I meet a guy, and I think I do that because I don't want them to be intimidated. Like if I say I have a
Mm.
podcast, they might be like, oh, she doing something with her life. I'm shying away. Or if I tell them I'm a published author, oh, I'm not gonna talk to her. She got stuff going for her. Or if I tell them I'm an attorney, oh, like I don't, I normally don't say that up
But
front.
would you want somebody that you have to shrink for?
Ooh, that's good.
And I only ask that because like
I don't think I thought of it that way.
because if you feel like you can't tell like this person is gonna be intimidated by what you're saying, it's like, well, what is it? I'm sorry, I saw this question pop up, but yeah, if somebody is intimidated by what you got going on, like that might not be the person.
Yeah, you're right. I never even thought of that. I just was like, well, I want them to get to know me before they know this about me. Because that's just a part of me. That's
Now
not me as a whole.
your
That's
partner
how I
your
look
partner
at.
should be hyping you up in all spaces of your life.
That's true.
We had a question
That's
pop up
true.
from Guy Cody. It says, "How many dates does it take to know if you want to pursue something deeper with someone?" You want
I'll
okay?
take it first. I don't think it depends on the number of dates. I think what is being said either before the dates or within those dates, it'll tell me if I want to pursue something more with that person. Like if it's just casual talk, how was work this week? Um, what did you wear to work? Stuff like that. Then I'll probably never go deeper with that person, honestly. But if it's more in-depth questions or more in-depth conversations, then I'm like, okay, I like the way you think, or I don't like the way you think. So I wouldn't put a
Yeah,
number on it.
I think for me it's all person dependent. It's kind of been an energy thing for me, like when it comes to
Hmm.
pursuing somebody. Like if I've been on a date with somebody and it's going really well, or conversation is good and the energy is just flowing, it's like why not? You know, um, yeah. So I think for me sometimes sometimes it's been like the first
Uh-oh.
date. Like, oh, this feels good. Like, let me go for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's dependent. I think if it take too many of them, I'm usually like, I think in the past I've lost interest. Like if it took too many dates.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true too. Because I'm like, okay, I have to, I have to hype myself up to even go on this date in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank you, Cody. And Cody sent another question. What's a good quality you look for in someone on a first date? Ooh, that's a really good question.
You can go first because I went first last time.
Oh man, a good quality that I look for in a first date. I think for me, conversation, like just the flow of conversation. Uh, if we able to just talk and it don't even have to just be, you know, um, it have to be nothing crazy. Like I don't want to know, your family history and everything in that very moment. But if the conversation just flows natural, that's good for me. Um, Somebody that
Yeah,
that just feels like they're being themselves. You can't always say just because you don't know the person, but if if the connection feels natural, I usually go with it. If I'm laughing, I'm usually like, okay, you know, this works. So yeah, I think if I'm having a good time and if the conversation is good, that's usually like a good thing.
a good thing. Mine is similar. It's I was gonna say not conversation, but like the genuineness in the conversation. Like if I can feel that it's because of course you want to look your best and be your best for a first date, but if you can just be yourself and be genuine with the whole thing, then that's a good sign for me. Because I don't want you to be like you're going to a job interview, because you're nervous when you go to a job interview most times. I don't want it to be like that. I just want it to be, you know, hanging out and getting to know each other. So genuine.
Yeah, I think my favorite dates have been a lot of times the ones that I've planned just because I know what I like to do. So, sometimes or
Yeah.
if somebody is able to plan something that, is not just dinner or something like that, like I'm usually okay with like a walk or anything. Like I'm pretty simple. Um
Okay.
Someone who doesn't have a lot of negative things to say. Oh, I
I
like
can't read
that.
that. What they say?
Someone who doesn't have a lot of negative things to say about a lot of different people in their lives. I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
really like people that complain either. Just because I'm doing a lot of work around my own mindset about different things. So somebody that's complaining all the time, uh, that probably would work out for me.
But let me just say this in, in response to I can't see the name. I'm sorry, y'all. But in response to what they said, but just because we may perceive it as they're saying negative things about whoever, we don't even know whoever people are, but maybe they feel comfortable enough to vent to us. So it might not be that it's negative per se, but maybe they feel comfortable venting to the person they're on a date with, a person that they're dating, or
But if you're that comfortable with me that early, that's gonna be a turn off.
yeah.
If you breaking it down like that, on the first date, just nah, I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. I couldn't do it.
But maybe y'all been together for 3 hours already. So y'all done already talked about the sun, the stars, and the
That's
moon.
funny. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. That would be a yellow flag for me. If somebody started complaining on the first
Okay.
date, that would be a yellow flag for me.
Let me ask this. Have you ever implemented or attempted to like do a no phone on your date, or do you do that?
Uh, it's been a little while since I've been out in the dating world, but like being um, I mean, I've done it a couple of times. I feel like I try to be my most present when I'm with people in general. So I try not to be on
Right.
my phone, but it's been a couple of times that I've been out like without the phone completely, and that's been like my best times of just being
Hmm.
present. How about you?
So generally, I haven't been on a date in a long time either, but generally, I won't take my phone out of my
Yeah,
purse um,
and
if I'm on a
and,
date.
and when I say I haven't been
Hmm.
on a date, I mean I'm talking about like in playing the dating world. Like I've definitely been on dates in the past couple of months, but not like multiple people, like just one person.
Okay. Okay.
Just wanted to
Gotcha.
clear
Well,
that
you're better than me, cuz.
up. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really big on the phone in general. So like, when it comes to that it does bother me when I've been on on a date with somebody and they just on the phone all the time. That's bothering me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really be tripping off of it like that.
Would it make a difference if it's someone that you're like dating, someone that you're in a relationship with,
If it was
and
consistent,
y'all
yeah.
go out
If it
to
was
eat?
consistent, yeah,
Yeah.
that would bother me. Just
Hmm.
because you know,
Yeah.
I'm a live person in front of you, so
Right.
that would bother
Right.
me a little bit.
Yeah. We have any more questions, guys? Look, I'm splitting my eyes. I can't see.
That's funny. What if
Yeah.
it's work related? Sometimes some of us have to be always on, but it's to be but it's to be disrespectful. But if our job calls for it, I think that's why I say like I don't have an issue with it. Like if somebody, so basically he's asking like, what if your job requires you to be on your phone regularly? I don't have a problem with that. I think
Okay.
I think it's more so the doom scrolling, like when people are kind of just avoiding to talk about
Yeah.
stuff.
It. Yeah, but that's kind of signals to me that they're bored with me. So if you're bored with me, then what are we
Or
doing here?
they just not trying to connect, not trying to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's again,
Yeah.
that's still, that's a flag. Like,
Yeah.
uh, let's see, what quality about yourself do you want your partner to reflect? Ooh, I'll let you take that one first.
Yeah. It's my turn. Now, why you won't put this hard question right now? Um, that I want my partner to reflect. I'm gonna give two because, of course, my first one is having a relationship with God. That's standard anyway for me. But other than that, what other quality? Honesty, honesty. Like I don't want my partner to be afraid to come tell me like whatever it is that's going on because he's afraid that I might get upset. He's afraid that I might make him sleep on the sofa. He's afraid that I'll stop talking to him for a week. Like, I don't want that to be a fear, you know. So I want him to just always know that he could be honest with me. And likewise, me with him.
I like that. I like honesty. I think authenticity, uh, empathetic with other people, but also with themselves. I want my partner to be kind to themselves.
Yes. Yes. That was a
That was.
good question. All the questions are good. You have great friends, cousin Mike. My friends, where my friends at?
That's funny. Yeah, those were some really good questions. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I'm surprised Trey didn't say anything. He sent the eyes, but that was it. I'm calling him out if he's still here.
That's funny.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so like going back to the podcast episode, I asked a question of my guests in regards to it's pretty old now, but the viral clip of the young lady, the guy was taking a young lady out to dinner and they pulled up at Cheesecake Factory and she just went ballistic. Like, you don't take me. I think it was their first date too. Like, you don't take me here. You take me to a 5-star restaurant. I don't want to go here. I'm not getting out of the car. And so asked, I asked him what would his response have been, and he would have been like, "Hey, we're going here. If you don't like it, I can drop you off at home." you know. But what would your response be if that had
Uh,
happened to you?
we just wouldn't have went on a date. It would have been that simple. But as I listen to you say that, I'm like, man, that sounds very heteronormative. Like I've never really heard of anybody, like any of my friends having dates like that, or even me. And I think if I did have
Uh
something like that, I
huh.
probably wouldn't move forward with it at all. Like that would definitely be like
At
a no, thank you.
all.
Yeah.
That's like 3 red flags. But my thing is, my question from that is like, what is the first date? Like, what's acceptable for a first date?
I think anything. Like I think if somebody thought enough to do something with you and plan something out, like that should be enough. That's
Yeah,
it. If you ask me to go
yeah,
on a walk at a park, that would be enough for me because I didn't plan it out. So I would be appreciative of that. But all that, like, you got to take me here, do that. I don't need anybody to do that kind of stuff for me because if I really want it, I'll do it for
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
How about for you? Is what's an acceptable first date for you?
So I'm pretty much the same. And honestly, I don't want to go to a 5-star restaurant for a first date. Um,
I'll tell
like
you.
for
I'll tell you
what?
what's not
I don't even
acceptable.
know.
An invite to your house or
The
your house.
movies.
That's not.
Oh yeah, or your house or the movies. We not doing that for the first date because the movies, like, what we gonna? What? No, I have to know if I even
Yeah,
like you.
because you don't have to talk in the movies.
Right? You're not talking.
That's funny.
Yeah, your house or the movies for the first date. Do not invite me,
I feel that.
and not the second one either.
I feel that.
Yeah, yeah. Do we have any more questions, guys? Gals, guys, gals.
Because you still in Florida? That's what's
Yep,
up. How
still here.
long you out there?
Still
You like
here.
out there for good?
No, they said
Okay,
mid-March. Hmm.
that's cool.
But yesterday they had a tornado in Florida, so might be a little bit longer.
I feel that.
I
We
don't
we
know.
just had another question. Name your middle school crush.
Well,
That's
everybody knows who my middle school crush is.
funny. My middle school crush.
Everybody knows.
Ah, that's embarrassing.
Like, is this a real person, like somebody we actually know, or like a celebrity crush? Because my middle school crush was Shad Gregory Moss, aka Bow Wow.
Oh shit, that's funny. My middle school crush was The Rock.
You like wrestling?
I did at that time in my life.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's funny.
I didn't know you
Yeah,
like
that's
wrestling.
that just made me cringe internally.
What kind of question? Any question. Because all of the questions that have been posed have been from Cousin Mike's people.
You never know. Maybe. I appreciate y'all being here too. Um,
Yes, this made it so
this
much
is
more fun.
some
Like we were actually talking
this
to people tonight.
this is something new that we're doing, that we're working out. Um, this is like the after show to Tori's show. And Tori, thoughts on?
Jameis Wilson, whatever his name is, Winston. The my thoughts. Um, I think he's a great quarterback, and I think that what he did Sunday was a great play. I don't care what anybody else say, and that's it. That's it, and that's all.
Here's your relationship question. Would you rather be miserable and single, or happy in, in a polygamous relationship? Miserable.
Neither, neither.
That's funny. Miserable and single, not at all.
Who wants to be miserable? Nobody. I'm picking neither.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't.
That's my friends. Look, that's my friends for you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself in an open relationship?
No, I cannot. It was
Oh
posed to
wow.
me before, and I was like, are you serious? No.
When do you know when you're ready?
Like you just know.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
But no, seriously, like you just know. I think like when you well, first of all, I'm just assuming that you mean ready for a monogamous relationship. That's what I'm guessing you mean by when you're ready. So when you know that you're ready for a relationship, or a meaningful relationship turn into marriage or whatever, partnership, whatever, I think like you're just gonna stop all of the games that you used to play, whether it's games with a specific person or games with multiple people. Like you're gonna stop all of that. You're gonna be focused in on this one individual, like all the time, and not really entertaining other individuals.
Says who makes the first move? Um,
Not me.
really?
No, I made the first move before.
Because I'm like, I mean, I don't know how that works in 2024. Like, do women make the first move sometimes?
Yeah, man. Cause have you not seen
Oh
women
yeah.
proposing to men? Yeah, which I would never do, by the way.
Like, it happens, but I ain't doing it. That's hilarious. Um, you know what's funny? Going back to that question of when do you know you're ready? I think, I think it's a feeling. I think like all that who's asked first and all that stuff. I will tell you, um, I ended up in my relationship by check-in. Like we kind of just, I think we both were feeling it, and we just checked in. Like, so what are we doing, or what's the plan? And we kind
Mhm.
of just like, yeah, that feels right, and that's kind of just how it happened. But like as far as like me waiting or you know being waited on, like just communicate what you're feeling, communicate what you're feeling, and
Mhm.
it'll create whatever. Let's see, are you splitting the bill 50-50 on the first date? I'll be
I'm
open
not
to
opposed
it.
to it. I'm not opposed to it.
Just and for me, I've always been open to it because I just don't want you to feel like I owe you nothing, um, paying for the
That
date.
too.
But yeah, I'd be open to it. But I don't think I've ever, if I've been asked, I don't think I had to pay for the date.
Yeah. I've gone on dates. Actually, like my first date, I will put my card out to pay my half. And sometimes the guy would be like, "Oh no, I got it." And I'm like, "I'll pay for mine, you pay for yours." But usually like if it was a first date and I did that, I'm just thinking back. Usually 9, I'm gonna say 8 out of 10, that meant there was no second date.
That's fair.
Like I didn't want to leave the date with him thinking, "Oh, I paid for her food." Then she stopped talking to me. No, I paid for my own food. Or no, I paid for this aquarium. Or no, I paid
Yeah,
for whatever.
that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, I can't think of a date where I've had to pitch in on the first date if I was asked.
Yeah. And I can remember one time. Now this might be on me because this is the one of the one times that I asked the guy for a date, and I ended up paying for the date too. I said I won't ask another guy for a date again.
Wait, so what happened? You gotta tell us what happened now.
Well, no, we still talked, and they paid for the next date or whatever. But that first date, I was like, hey, let's go wherever we went, and I ended up paying for it. I was like, wait a minute now. I was like, you know what? I did ask for this, so I'll take it.
That's real. Oh, I saw two questions come
Mm.
in. Do you go on a
Oh
second
shoot.
date if he's a bad tipper? Uh, I try not to look at the bill if I'm not paying for it.
I have to practice that.
What's going on, Big Cheesy? I try not to look at the bill if I'm not
Hey,
paying.
cheese. I have to practice that. I have a bad habit of saying, "Let me see." For what? You're not paying it.
That's funny. Wally World said, everyone says, stop looking, let love come to you. But how is love supposed to come to you if you just waiting? It's like a double-edged sword. So, what constitutes looking and being ready? Hmm.
What constitutes looking and being ready? So when you're looking, this is me. I mean, tell me if you think differently. When you're looking, like you are like actively, I don't even want to say pursuing, but you can be actively pursuing someone or a group of people or whatever when you're looking. But when you're ready, you just chilling doing your own thing. And if it comes to you, then hey, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. You know.
Uh, I agree with that. I think for me, uh, it's always came to me when I wasn't looking. So I guess I agree with that because like
Mm-hmm.
I can clearly remember like just kind of being in that mindset of like I'm not looking for nothing, and something usually finds me during that time. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and as far as being ready, yeah, again, it goes back to that feeling like you kind of know, like you feel when you wanna move different. Like if you still playing around, you're not looking for nothing.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna make me go listen to. I think it's Sade. Ready for Love. I'm gonna listen to it tonight.
That's funny.
I like that
It's a
song
good
though.
song. I hope
Mm-hmm.
I answered that question right. Uh, while we
Yeah. Did we
were
answer that question?
well, something I do want y'all to take away from this is love is out there for you. Love is out there for you.
I don't know
Yeah,
where it's at, but it's out there. Thank you for that reminder, cuz.
always, always.
So I um I liked. Oh, we have something else. Oh,
That's true. I think
yeah.
sometimes people come when you're not looking and shake the table. That's a good thing though, right? I feel like that's a good thing if somebody I mean it depends on what you
As
yeah,
long as you're ready.
and sometimes people are in place just to challenge your growth, just to help you grow.
Mm,
So, you know, they may not be there for a long time, but they may be there
yeah.
for a time to help you.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so this year I want to make sure I implement this on my podcast episodes. And we did it last week, but we're going to do it again this week. What are you saying
Mm,
no more to in 2024? And what do you want more of in 2024?
what am I saying? No more to in 2024. Uh, I am. I'm saying no more being hard on myself. Uh, I want to start celebrating myself more as opposed to always criticizing what I'm doing. Uh, I really want to accept like whatever it is I'm doing in whatever space of my life that I'm doing enough because I'm
Mm-hmm.
always in that space of I could go harder, I could do a little more, I could do this, I could do that, but I want to be accepting of where I'm at. So that
Mm-hmm.
is what I want to um, release. What do I want to take on in 2024? That was the other question. What do I want to take on? Oh,
What do
what
you
I
want
want
more of? Mm-hmm.
financial abundance,
Oh,
uh,
yes.
you know, I want more freedom to create and do the things that I want to do. Um, yeah, that's like the biggest thing right now for me is like really having the resources to
Mhm.
create at the level that I want to, and it's coming, you know, it's coming, but yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And what were yours for today?
So for today, mine is no more meaningless
Ooh,
relationships,
I like that. I like that. I feel like I did a lot of
and
work
I
around
want,
that in December, so that's cool.
yeah, and I want more of love, joy, and prosperity.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna receive those as well, and you
Yeah,
know, I hope everybody that's tuned in gets that as well. So I appreciate you sharing that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tori, you gotta let the people know where they could find you. Like, if this is their first
Oh,
time finding out about you, you gotta let them know where they could find you at.
okay. So I am here on Instagram, Tori.talks9, and my podcast, Tori Talks, is on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts. Tori
That's
Talks.
what's up. Um, you can definitely find me at the Art of Letting Go everywhere. Art of Letting Go podcast. I'm gonna start taking naps before I do this because I've been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'll be feeling it by the nighttime. But I'm gonna start taking naps before I do this. Again, if we get 20 people in here at one time, we will bring back the virtual karaoke. There's gotta be, but it has to be 20 people here. But yeah, I appreciate y'all so much for being here. We're gonna try to do this every week. Like, not for nothing, is it's nice to just have conversation and be in community because I'm, like I said, I'm back out here in Houston for a little bit, and I've been in isolation so much. So, you know, it's nice to come on here and talk a little bit and you know, just share some energy. Thank y'all for being here, and
Thank
thank
you.
you, Tori, for hosting us.
Thank you, Cousin Mike. Yes. And we'll see y'all next time. Oh, wait. Look, somebody just said something. He said, or she said, they bringing 20.
Let's do
Look,
it.
bring them.
Oh man, that's funny. And we may
All
do a
right,
private
y'all.
one because a lot of times they be striking my page for these copywritten
Oh,
songs. Yeah,
really?
I've so we may have to
Oh,
take it to like Zoom or something, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out.
yeah.
All right, y'all. All right,
Okay. Good
Tori.
night.